The mystery surrounding Theo Silverton's murder remains at the center of Coronation Street next week, with new developments revealing one character's desperate bid for freedom, while detectives focus on a fresh key suspect. As the week begins, episodes airing next Sunday, June 7th, see the investigation intensify following scheduling changes on ITV due to World Cup coverage. During questioning, Gary Wendy's is confronted about Todd Grimshaw's missing phone. Although Gary pretends to know nothing, Kit Green later tells Lisa Connor Swain that he is convinced Gary is hiding important information and vows to uncover the truth. Elsewhere, Todd receives a call from the prison informing him that Summer Spellman has been rushed to hospital. Summer later confesses that she deliberately turned off her insulin pump and made herself unwell because she cannot cope with being behind bars, leaving Todd deeply shocked. After sharing Summer's revelation with friends at the Rovers, tensions rise as someone struggles to conceal their guilt. Later, Todd joins Asha Alhan and Nina Lucas on a visit to the hospital where an emotional Summer admits she is terrified of returning to prison. As events unfold, Kit becomes increasingly suspicious after witnessing several secretive conversations. Doubts begin to surface over whether the police have accused the correct person. Meanwhile, Maria Wendes attempts to hide her growing concerns about her marriage as Gary's behavior continues to trouble her. When Kit makes it clear that Gary remains under scrutiny, Maria starts wondering whether there is genuine cause for alarm. Later, Kit contacts Lisa and reveals that Gary has become his main suspect in the murder inquiry. While waiting for Gary at Speed Dahl, a discouraged Maria confides in Shona Platt, admitting that their relationship has felt strained for some time. The next day, Gary apologizes for failing to meet her, but the conversation is interrupted when Kit and Lisa arrive. As Lisa asks Maria to review her statement once again, Gary becomes visibly uneasy, fearing what evidence the detectives may have uncovered. Elsewhere, David Platt is unable to locate Harper's 5-month milestone card, resulting in the family missing her scheduled hospital photo session. A disappointed Shona returns home, where David accuses Jody Ramsey of taking the missing card. Attempting to make amends, David later treats Shona to a romantic dinner, and surprises her with a gift box containing Harper's ultrasound pictures, hospital bracelet, and a special outfit prepared for her return. The gesture could help repair the damage. At the same time, Ja joins the Platt family as they celebrate Lily's success after she wins the Player of the Year award. Meanwhile, Carl Webster confides that he has been experiencing flashbacks and is now certain that the incident which left him injured happened inside the garage. Struggling with guilt over Summer's imprisonment, and knowing he holds information that could clear her name, Tyrone Dobbs finally opens up to Fizz. He reveals that he saw Summer on the night Theo was killed and knows she is innocent, but he lied to investigators to protect himself. Tyrone explains that he caught Carl interfering with Kevin Webster's car brakes and secretly recorded the act. However, he accidentally knocked over the jack supporting the vehicle, causing it to fall and crush Carl. Horrified by the confession, Fizz demands that Tyrone hand over the footage. The question remains whether they will expose the truth. Elsewhere, Woodriscoll tells Hope Dobbs that he is thinking about quitting athletics because it constantly reminds him of Megan Walsh. Hope encourages him not to walk away, arguing that doing so would allow Megan to continue controlling his life and waste his potential. Unbeknownst to them, Sam Blakeman overhears the conversation and begins obsessing over it. Later, Sam imagines hearing Roy urge him to take action and eliminate Will from his life permanently. When Sam insists he is not capable of violence, the vision of Roy accuses him of weakness and declares their friendship finished. Sam is left questioning what to do next. As the week progresses, Sam mentions the previous day's incident involving Will, but Roy has no idea what he is talking about. Sam fails to notice the confusion. Meanwhile, Will receives a message from an old running friend from Hull who wants to meet him. However, when he arrives at the arranged location, Megan appears instead, making it clear that he has been tricked. Her motives remain uncertain. Haunted once again by the imagined presence of Roy, Sam heads to the Rovers and discovers Will alone in the back room. While Will focuses on a shooting game, Sam hears Roy warning that Will intends to kill him as well. Terrified, Sam runs away, prompting a worried Will to chase after him. Sam races into the cafe and locks himself inside. As Will pounds on the door, Roy finds Sam in an increasingly distressed state. Sam is horrified to realize he can see both the real Roy and the version existing in his mind. Outside, Nick Tilsley, Toya Battersby, and Leon Battersby gather, pleading for him to open the door. The situation raises fears that Roy could be at risk as Sam's condition worsens. The search for Sam continues until Carla Connor Swain spots him in the precinct. She gently attempts to calm him while calling for help. Although she contacts Nick and tries to reassure Sam, he bolts as soon as Nick and David arrive. Deeply concerned, Carla suggests that Sam may be experiencing psychosis, drawing from her own past experiences. Elsewhere, a nervous Daniel Osborne welcomes a social worker into his home. He later thanks Adam Barlow and Aliyah Nazir for their support, but admits he believes he has worked out who contacted social services. Meanwhile, Christina Boyd, Glenda Shuttleworth, and Sally Metcalf surprise Debbie Webster with plans for a holiday getaway to Spain. Coronation Street's Maria and Gary to be driven apart by new Theo twists. Maria Connor faces an emotional crisis in Coronation Street next week as growing suspicions leave her questioning whether Gary Wendy's could be linked to Theo Silverton's shocking murder. As the investigation continues, detectives work tirelessly to uncover the truth behind Theo's death. Several residents have already found themselves under suspicion, but attention is now turning back to Gary. With fresh evidence emerging and unanswered questions piling up, both the police and Maria begin to wonder whether he knows more than he is letting on. Gary has already managed to hide his involvement in the vandalism of Theo's van. But his recent behavior is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. He appears nervous, distracted, and unusually secretive, leaving Maria deeply unsettled. The more she watches him, the more concerned she becomes that he may be concealing something far more serious. The case takes another significant turn when Todd Grinshaw's missing phone is recovered. The discovery provides detectives with valuable new information and opens up fresh lines of inquiry. Although Brody Mellis's fingerprints are found on the device, Kit Green remains particularly interested in Gary. He is convinced there is still a missing piece of the puzzle and believes Gary could hold the key to it. When questioned by police, Gary firmly denies any involvement in Theo's murder and insists he knows nothing about the missing phone. However, Kit is not persuaded by his explanation. He later confides in Lisa Connor Swain that he suspects Gary is withholding important information and vows to continue digging for answers. Meanwhile, Maria's doubts continue to grow. Gary's strange behavior and unexplained absences leave her feeling increasingly anxious. Her concerns deepen further when she notices him spending time with Sarah Platt, adding another layer of tension to their already troubled relationship. Hoping to repair the growing distance between them, Maria arranges a romantic evening at Speed Doll. But when Gary fails to turn up, she is left disappointed and embarrassed. As she opens up to Shona Platt about her worries, Maria begins to question whether she can still trust her husband. With the police closing in and Maria's faith in Gary fading fast, his future hangs firmly in the balance. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street News 24.